Welcome back, everyone, for another edition of Cat and Chicken Yoga. To my regulars, welcome back. Great to see you. To newcomers, wonderful to see you too. Hopefully you're local. Do yoga local, you guys. No matter where you are. I mean, I like the fact if you're watching and you're in Maine, that's cool. You can see what Tucson, Arizona is like. We're never overcast like this, ever. This is an amazing day to have cloud cover. Amazing morning, I should say. Let's get right into it because okay, inhale up, exhale over. We'll get right into it because the last couple videos have gone like an hour and 50 minutes, right? So we'll go right into our camel ride. We do tons of forward bends, so we can skip that first one, or we can just keep that one nice and short. So this is our camel ride. We won't do a million of these either. So I'm going to try to keep this rather brief for you. If you want a super long video, we've got 2 or 3 of them now that are pushing 2 hours, right? But even in this COVID shutdown, not everyone has that kind of time. So I'm arching the back forward, inhaling, and then bending the spine or rounding the back, exhaling back. So anyway, as I mentioned before, this is not supposed to be a COVID diary, but some things, and it doesn't really matter what date this was recorded, but this is mid-late July and we still haven't gotten much rain. It looks like we might get some rain this morning, which would be fantastic. But let me tell you guys, before we get any further, check your backyard and your neighbor's backyard. Make sure that none of your trees are dying. I'm seeing a lot of trees dying. Let's go in a circle. Circle one way, stop, and then circle the other. Banu, come here. Come here, Banu. Come here. All right. So you guys do this. I'm going to go grab a cat, okay? Because the cats are out of the frame, which is not why you come here. I don't particularly care because I can see him. But if you can't see him, what good does it do? Keep going around like this. No, first let me get you here. So either go here or with the arms overhead. And go a little slower. I don't mean to be rushing. Easy. There we go. Come here, man. Come here, big guy. There we go. All right. Good. Oops. Sorry about that. See, so baby needs an armed guard now to come out here. She either needs me or Banu. Keep an eye on her. Let's go here. Just do a couple more. Atta boy. Atta boy. All right. We got to have cats for cat yoga, right? Chickens we got plenty of. All right, go deep into here. All right. So we have cloud cover. We may not need to go into the dojo for the standing poses. And then, if you haven't looked at the video description yet, you're wondering what set are we doing today? Well, we're doing the mysteries of the pyramids, you guys. Everyone's favorite set of asanas. Any pose that looks pyramidal in shape, and also poses that are mysterious, right? So we're slammed deep into the pelvic floor here. One more time in each direction. This is not sitting and meditating. We're working hard here, you guys. It's hard work. All right, good. And then one mystery would be the mysterious leg refolding. How can I leave my feet right where they are and still fold my legs the other way in a spiral fashion without upsetting the cats too? That's the other mystery. So if my right leg is on top as I look down at it, then my right arm is going to go back, reach nice and far around, and I'm going to leave my feet right where they are. Let them twist, but don't let them move, okay? So over we go. Change hands. Okay. So you can replay that in the video if you wish. So there's a bunch of chickens out of frame right now. Big deal. You've seen them before. Okay, so let's walk our hands out. Come back up. Keep an eye on these cats. Hopefully if they do an asana that we can copy, that is true cat yoga. Let's go into our twist. Sit tall. Deep breath. Exhale. Twist to one side. Inhale to the other. So once again, I know you have millions of choices. When it comes to doing yoga in person, you tend to go someplace local. But when it comes to doing yoga on the web, you got a million videos to look at, right? So I appreciate that you keep your practice local, even though you could do Australian wombat yoga if you wanted to, right? Or kangaroo yoga in Australia. So I appreciate the fact that you keep it local here to Tucson, even though you don't have to. I'm going to come up all the way up to here. Maybe you can't see my hands. If you can't see my hands, they're together like that. And down. All right. Next time you come down, just lower your arms, just stay here. But as the arms come down, think up through the crown point of your head. Uh-oh, we lost Banu. It's too bad. He's good for a cat asana. Let's come back to center. Exhale out to the other side. We'll stay here for a little bit. Well, hey, Becky. So, chicken introductions. Blonde one's Becky. The speckled one is Coco. The white cat that just left is Banu. All right. On an inhale, come back to center, and exhale down. Okay, good. So let's do a straddle. Excuse me, baby. Okay. So in pyramid fashion, so remember there's two types of pyramids, three-sided pyramids and four-sided pyramids. This is a three-sided pyramid. I'm just going to walk my hands down my legs. When we're doing our themes, remember, don't take it too literally. It's just something to hold in your mind. Alright, let's come back up carefully. Okay, good. Then we'll do another pyramid. Well, let's do one more thing just to get us a little more stretch before we attempt harder asanas. We always want to go from easy to difficult. So I'm just coming out to one side, doesn't matter which. I'm going to walk my hands over. All right. Come on back, Fauna. And then coming up on this side, that's Fauna. All right, back to center, and then up. So let's do another pyramid pose. This leg is straight across. This leg is going to wrap around behind. All right. So that's two sides of the pyramid. Uh-oh. Benu, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Benu's doing something really dangerous. Don't do it, Benu. All right, anyway, back to yoga. Let's add two more sides of the pyramid. Oh, God, what is he doing? These guys are climbing. The cats are climbing now. I think they're showing off for the chickens. Benu's out of danger. For an old cat that some people say is a little bit overweight, he can really get around. Okay, so that's a pyramid one way, and you can feel some really complex stretching in a lot of the muscles attached to the hip and the glutes and the sciatic nerve. Let's come back up. Okay, so there's even a fancy way to get to the other side here. So you could, if this leg is back, this elbow could come down and this leg could just wrap around like that. Wow. You're gonna have to replay that one yourself. I'll show that to you sometime at the dojo. when I'm not rolling in mud. Okay, so and I can do it more gracefully if I'm not rolling in mud. All right, let's see. So I'm going to come over, make this down on the ground. All right, let's come back up. So particularly significant that a lot of these pyramids, our head is at the top, because if a pyramid does have any power at all, it's focusing up, energy upward. So another mysterious pose that has nothing to do with pyramids is our pendant pose. The mystery is, it looks like it's all upper body strength, but it's not. It's core strength which is bringing us up, right? So remember again, if you have your palms down, you could put pressure on your wrists. If you go down with fists, your wrists are more in line, but you may hurt your fingers. So it's up to you. Either way, legs are pressed together lightly, feet are lightly pointed. And on an exhale, don't just push down, you got to pull up. All right, you couldn't see it, but I came up a little bit. There you go. All right, so let's do our thunderbolts, you guys. So I'll start with the basic version with the feet flat. If you lose my hands out of the frame, they're like this, or like that you could do. Okay, remember, if that hurts, you stay forward, right? And you can moderate the amount of weight, or you hold weight in your arms. And then, but you guys are all really good at this. And this is one of our specialties. All right, so toes curled under this way, and up I go. All right, and then I'm going to curl the toes under the mysterious way. It's mysterious of why it's so uncomfortable. So watch. So since this one's hard for me, I'm staying down here. And I'm not attempting this. This is not a pose, right? So I'm just here. I'm content to be here. Maybe something like that. Anyway, we're working on it, or I'm working on it. Let's go into our squat of the week. Any kind of squat you like. If you don't like squatting, that's why we do it every week. We have to do the asanas that we don't particularly care for. If it's painful, that's a different story. So Baby Monster is up on a wall right now looking down at us. That doesn't help us at all from the standpoint of cat yoga. Baby, why don't you come down here? Wait till the neighbor lets their dog out, then she'll be back down. Okay, so that was our squat of the week. How about coming up to a hanging forward bend? And then walking our feet out sideways. And then we'll walk our hands over. I'm going to go over this way
In these videos, sometimes left and right gets all confused, so don't worry about it. But I'm walking my hands over towards my left foot. My feet are still parallel. My leg is still straight. I'm bringing the head over towards the knee, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to pivot around into lunge. So look, you don't have any animals, you just have me. This is a ripoff. Okay, so now, before I practice another version of a pyramid, see how I'm up on my toes? I'm gonna drop down so my whole foot is in contact with the ground. And then all I'm gonna do is just straighten this front leg. Then just relax, let gravity draw me down. So, you can't see, but this leg is, I'm trying to straighten this leg out. Even if I were to come up to here with the straight leg. So back down to here, that's no good. I just bent my leg, right? So when you modify your poses, try to figure out what was the purpose of the pose. I don't care what it looks like, but what was the purpose? And the purpose here is to straighten this leg. So the purpose is not to get far down. The purpose is have a straight leg even if I'm up like this. All right, so you get the idea. So always try to figure out what are we attempting to do in the pose, so that when you modify, you take into account what we really want to do. So I'm keeping my feet parallel just for right now and the leg straight. Completely different than what we just did. Walk over to the other side, head towards the knee. And then you may work your way around into lunge. Sorry you guys, it's just me, but I see animals everywhere, but they're not in the frame. And then plant that foot, straighten the knee. Later when we do this pose standing, not only can you flatten the foot, straighten the knee, but you can move this foot over this way, or you can move that foot over that way, widening your base, making you more stable. Because this is not a good spot to practice your balance, right? Okay, good. Back to lunge, back to straddle. And then now that we are pretty well warmed up, I'm going to walk my hands forward, hang on, into another three-sided pyramid. And we're going to invert, so this is a three-sided pyramid. We're going to invert this pyramid. It looks difficult, but it's really just a side plank, if you can manage a side plank. So I'm going to take this foot, bring it over to here, just by planking up. I'm not jumping, I'm just planking over to here, and then invert and then look up. All right, so this is not like I say, it's not a jump, it's not a hop, it's not like an all or nothing pose, because I could come to here or here or here. It's always a modification. All right, back to where we were. So this is actually an extremely wide-legged downward facing dog. And then I'm going to bring my hands back, and we wind up back in straddle. Let's bring our hands back forward again, and we can do another form of a pyramid from here where we twist up. All right. Okay, now back to straddle. Walk your feet in. We'll end up in hanging forward bend. And I believe that, so it's cloudy, so when I come up, we can do our standing poses and I won't get hit with the sun. But let's still take a water break. So we're gonna come up to standing. My head's gonna get cut off. We'll take a little water break. I'll reposition the camera. I'll see if I can get some chickens and cats back, and then we'll resume. So come on up and take your water break, or power right on through
And skip your break. Look at that beautiful cloud cover. We see this so rarely in Arizona. That's just wonderful. Okay, back to yoga. Okay, so here we are for some standing poses, and we don't have to be in the dojo because we've got this beautiful cloud cover today, coming out into a five-pointed star. So you still may not be able to see my hands, and you still may not be able to hear me this time. Okay. We'll just do the best we can. Come up to a pyramid pose here, and then let's do a gentle back bend. So look up, arch your back, pull your hands back. Straight up and down now, facing forward, a side bend, deep breath, and then exhale to one side, I don't care which. Come here, baby. So, the cat's just right out of the frame, you can't see her. She's sulking. Maybe when we head back down to the ground, she'll come back. Okay. Nice deep breath here. Stretch that. Even the stretch out over the whole side of your body, please. And then inhale back to center. Breath or two here. Extend upward. And then extend over. This is like the bent pyramid that the UFOs didn't help out with. All right, on an inhale, come back up, extend upward, release back to a five-pointed star. Okay, so I'm going to turn both feet in this direction. And then we're going to do a Hatha pyramid. So what I'm going to do is that foot, I want to walk it over this way, just a little bit, so that there's some width here. And then come around. Drop your hands behind you. Take a deep breath. And then over and down. Pull your arms up. So before I hurt my back, I could get my head down to my knee, but don't worry about it. So how about one more breath here? You could certainly lower your arms down and climb back up, but I think I'm okay to float back up. Turn back to the front. So another mystery is that if you release your hands and just do nothing with your arms, they will climb back up all by themselves. If you let them, if you wait. This is just an old parlor trick. It just has to do with the muscles. It's not that mysterious. Okay, let's head over to the other side. Okay, keep the leg straight, and then I can't get this foot over there, so I'm going to get this foot over here. Okay? Just behind the back, and over we go. I have even less flexibility on this side than I do on the other side. It's just good to notice these things. So my head is nowhere near my knee. And this doesn't look like a pyramid, does it? Alright, up we come. Alright, turn back to center. So I'm not going to release my arms just yet. I want to get my good chest opener here. Roll the shoulders back. Don't waste a good pose. Okay, now gently release the hands and allow them to float up all by themselves. It's just muscles and tendons just returning to their normal position. You can help them come the rest of the way up. Just for fun, when I hop in, let's see if I startle Coco. She's been a little jumpy lately. No, she doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. So, we're going to do, for our balance, eagle legs with Anjali Mudra. We just did this in, or we didn't. This is one that we forgot to do, I forgot to do, in the reptilian set. This pose is dedicated to the king of the snakes. Maybe I'll put a note in the video description. So it's just 1 foot wrapped around. This is eagle legs, but it looks more like snake legs anyway. And then Anjali Mudra, because we're not doing the full eagle. Okay. But we are noting that the eagle and the pyramid are in proximity to each other on the dollar bill. All right. Try the other side when you're ready. So here comes Rita, who just laid an egg. That's why she's all happy. She'll find her way over. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Okay, great. Excellent. So that's it for our standing poses. If you want to have another sip of water, please do. And I'm going to just take a tiny break, see if I can round up some. I don't know why the chickens and the cats are not out here. So a little water break. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Come on down to a hanging forward bend at the front of your mat. So baby monster's back. Okay, good. Who needs chickens when you got an adorable cat like this, right? We don't need no chickens. She hates them. Okay, we're gonna go back to downward facing DOG. And then go immediately into a slightly wider. So you guys have mats you have to worry about. So just go out to the very edge of your mat. So you do need the traction. And then bring the hands closer together. That's right. And then, so this is a pyramid for right all by itself. But then we can make it more mysterious. I'm going to take my same hand back to the same calf, ankle, or heel. Check your grip on your mat. Make sure you got a good grip on your mat before you get into this. And then if this feels okay, you can bring this hand over to the other calf, ankle, or heel. All right, let's come back to where we started. Oh, poor girl. All right, and then do the other side. So check your grip again. Don't want to slip here and back. Calf is easier, ankle's harder, heel is hardest. If that's doable, maybe try over to the other calf, ankle, or heel. What are you doing? That's a good girl. All right, one more breath here. And let's go back to where we started from. One more breath here. And then you can just simply drop down to hands and knees. Do some cat and cow. Well, there's Rita. Rita was busy laying an egg. So exhale up into your cat. Inhale down into cow.
So, this video had some edits into it. So I don't know what I told you about already. Don't worry, I'm not losing my memory. I mean, I am, but not that bad. So, two notes. First of all, did I tell you, check your trees to make sure they're not dying? We're sort of in a drought, which is weird because humidity is so high, but I see trees dying. That's the first note that I may have edited out. Second note is that one mystery of the pyramid that has been solved is, let's go back to child pose, is that the mystery of the occurrence of the number pi in a lot of the measurements of the pyramid. It's not that big of a mystery. If they were measuring things using a cylinder that they rolled, or a wheel, if they rolled a wheel to do measurements and then used the diameter of that wheel for other measurements, or multiples of that diameter, or multiples of the radius, then you would see pi popping up all over the place in their measurements. Okay, mystery solved. No aliens involved. Let's instead of doing our normal plank, though, we are going to do more of a ramp than a plank, and this would be like the ramp that they used supposedly to assemble the pyramids, but we know that they didn't. They had help from space aliens. So a normal plank, I come up on my toes, but this plank I'm leaving my feet down, okay? And this is going to be an intense foot stretch, so get ready for it. So from here you can plank up, feel the front of your feet stretch out. If you don't feel that, then good for you. You have nice loose feet, but you can come up to a downward dog, and that will stretch your feet out really good. If you overdo it, come back down and just push your feet back to where they normally are. So from here, let's come down into, and thanks to Rebecca for that pose, for suggesting that pose, come down into a Sphinx pose. So you guys, it's not a conspiracy theory that the Sphinx is like much older than the pyramids themselves, right? Anywhere from 2 to 3 times as old. Okay, here's our Sphinx. And then, so here's a little mystery. If you're slouching here, press your palms down, and that will bring you up. But if you're collapsing between the shoulders, push your hands together as if you're trying to touch your thumbs, but without moving your hands, and that will bow your back up. I don't know if you can see that, but that's really neat. And it's suggesting some really interesting attachment of the muscles and ligaments. So back to child pose. Baby's hot. Oh, stop. Nobody's chasing you. She's so paranoid. Look it, we can strike a pose. We're ready for our side pose anyway. All right, show us what to do, baby. Do something fun. Yeah. All right, yeah, we can do that. Oh, yeah. This was not our side pose, but it's not a bad pose. So, okay, so for our side pose, we'll do our obelisk. Okay, so there's beautiful, sleek obelisks in the Valley of the Kings. So I'm going to come all the way down and just grasp the leg above the knee if you can, because again, we want to straighten the leg out. If you hold below the leg, below the knee, you get that, right? So the foot is ideal, calf
is good, ankle better, foot is best. Don't hang on to your foot if you're going like this. Remember, the spirit of the pose, or the essence of the pose, is to lengthen the back of the leg, right? So remember, think about what we're trying to do as you modify your poses. So this is a great one. This is a real yin pose that we could hold for quite some time. But I promised you a slightly shorter set today, so let's release. And actually, me promising you a shorter set may be part of the video that got edited out. So what I had mentioned was our videos were climbing to upwards of 2 hours. And some of you like that, others don't. So, okay, here's another pose. Okay, that's a good pose. We can do that on this side. Something like that. Okay, Coco's about to ruin it. See? Look at that. All right. Okay, this is a great pose. That's better. All right. That's true cat yoga. And now we're back to human yoga. Make your obelisk on this side. Well, you may not be able to see me. I don't know what you guys can see. All right. You don't need to see my head. All right, that's good. So you guys, let's just do our eagle from down here, and then we'll be just about done. And I don't care if these chickens run away because we've got baby monster here. All right, so here we go. Okay. Wrap one leg around the other. Hook the ankle. So much easier down here to hook the ankle around the leg than when we're standing. Wrap one arm around the other. Hook the hand around the wrist. Big deep breath and exhale. Elbow to knee. Or knee to elbow. Elbow to knee, same thing. You're crunching up. One more breath. Release somewhat. Rewrap the legs. Rewrap the arms. Big deep breath. Exhale. Elbow to knees. One more breath. Release. Unwrap. Unwrap. Hug the knees to the chest. Final twist. Arms out to the sides. Knees to one side, head to the other. Gently twist to the other side. Come back to center. Hug your knees. So what we'll do again today, which works so well, is I'll get you into Savasana, and then I will allow you to meditate with the cat for as long or as short as you want, okay? And this will be a little bit shorter, just so that the video length is shorter, as a clue to the fact that you can pick this video if you need a shorter set, okay? So one more deep breath, and then exhale, collapse down into your corpse pose. Long, even, natural breathing into your belly. I'm going to get up, but you guys don't get up. And I will leave you verbally with a nice short quote from the Yoga Sutras, and this is good for your home practice. Remember this all the time in your home practice. Yoga Sutras 400 BC. To attain mental clarity, be relaxed in your postures and aware of your breathing. And I'm going to sneak away.